This is Jackson Ap and Zach right here. We are bringing you the news today. Today we are covering media and politics.
Today the media brings attention to people and things that are interesting, and government officials often utilize the media to show people their good side of them. In fact, 60% of presidential campaigns are dedicated to TV ads.
Out to Nathan now for the development of media politics.
Hello, this is Nathan Victor talking about the development of media politics. Franklin D. Roosevelt, he practically invented media politics. He always promised reporters that he would hold press conferences. Press conferences are meetings of public officials with reporters. Political scientists who are critical of using investigative journalism use it a lot. Investigative journalism is the use of detective-like reporting methods to get statements from officials. There are two kinds of advertising media. There's print media and broadcast media. Print media is like newspapers and magazines, and broadcast media is the radio, news, and the internet. The way the government regulates broadcast media is by setting rules to advertisers and reporters. An example of one of those rules is the equal time rule, which is if a station sells advertising time to one candidate, it has to be willing to sell that equal time of advertising to the other candidates in the same office that they're running for. The internet is very helpful when it comes to politics because it facilitates communication in every conceivable direction. Chains are newspapers published by massive media conglomerates that account for over 4/5 of the nation's daily newspaper circulation.
Nathan, and now we'll hear about how news is reported.
News is often just described as things that happen, but it's only reported as things that are different from the usual. So, something that doesn't normally happen, extremely cold weather, extremely hot weather. These are usually, all these articles that are found are usually comprised into 30-second intervals or a certain size to fit in newspapers or magazines. These reporters often use beats to find these articles. Beats are just often common places to find news, such as capitals and war zones. Media also uses trial balloons. Media and government often use trial balloons, purposely leaking information to see how people react to it. Now to Drew with news and the public opinion.
So the news and public opinion is the news puts certain stories on so they can make sure people know about the certain issues so they can kind of control the people's opinion and back over to them.
Thank you, Drew. And now over to Zach with media and the agenda setting function.
So in the media's agenda and the setting function, the policy agenda, the issues that attract the media's attention of public officials, they're political entrepreneurs. People who invest the political capital in an issue in and out of elected government positions. The political agenda is what the government spends its time doing. And the media influence what is in the agenda. And the media also shows what linkage institutions see forcing the government to deal with a set issue. Political entrepreneurs influence the government and are influenced by media. Media allows others to protest, and making protests are effective and to influence the government using the media.
Welcome to Understanding the Mass Media with Zach Vinson. So some people say that the mass media keeps policymakers in check, making sure that they don't do anything too bad that the people might not want to find out about. 27% of people say that this inhibits them from doing their jobs. Reporters oftentimes try to expose policymakers in negative ways. News programs tend to focus a lot more on the president than any other branch of government. In fact, 60% of news was dedicated to the government and covering the president. The media is a large part in democracy. Some even say information is the fuel for democracy. The information being given by the media.
Thank you for tuning in. This has been the news with Jackson Ap,
Zach Wright,
Nathan Victor,
Andrew Gilland.
and special thanks to our special guest, Zach Vinson.